Welcome back. It's time for Chapter 6, The Culling. Early the next morning on the outskirts of Stratholme, ... Guess you'll have to watch and figure out what actually happens in Stratholme.
Glad you could make it, Uther.
Watch your tone with me, boy. You may be the prince, but I'm still your superior as a paladin.
As if I could forget. Listen, Uther. There's something about the plague you should know. Oh no. We're too late. These people have all been infected. They may look fine now, but it's just a matter of time before they turn into the undead.
What?
This entire city must be purged.
How can you even consider that? There's got to be some other way.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city.
You are not my king yet, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
Then I must consider this an act of treason.
Treason? Have you lost your mind, Arthas?
Have I? Lord Uther, by my right of succession and the sovereignty of my crown, I hereby relieve you of your command and suspend your paladins from service.
Arthas, you can't just...
It's done! Those of you who have the will to save this land, follow me. The rest of you, get out of my sight.
You've just crossed a terrible threshold, Arthas.
Jaina?
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
Alright, so this is a really great mission. What we have to do is we have to go through this town and we have to kill all the incredible hulks that you saw down there. And we get some good stuff to help us with this. We get knights in this level. Knights are very fast compared to the footmen we've been forced to use so far. And they also deal a lot more damage.
Certainly.
Now, the very first time I played this mission, what I tried to do was just use Arthas and none of the other units. And turns out you can actually do that, and it's pretty successful. You'll understand kind of what we have to do specifically as we move through this mission, but right now we need to move everyone towards these plagued villager buildings as quickly as possible. At the same time, we also have a base to manage, so we need to also worry about getting our defenses up while Arthas and our army are out
I'm here to help.
taking care of business. Also, the buildings, you have to, yeah, you're not actually playing the game, so you don't understand the annoyances, but you can't just attack them like regular things. They're like weird special units.
Justice shall be.
Okay, so you break down these buildings. These people appear. You have to kill them really quickly, or else... Oh, cutscene.
I've been waiting for you, young prince. I am Mal'Ganis. As you can see, your people are now mine. I will now turn this city household by household until the flame of life has been snuffed out forever.
I won't allow it, Mal'Ganis. Better that these people die by my hand than serve as your slaves in death.
No, they were my incredible hulks. What are you doing? Okay, so we're basically at a race to see who can kill the most bros as quickly as possible. And we can also go ahead and just directly fight him, which ends up kind of putting him in like a respawn timer. And we're just gonna prioritize doing that as much as possible because why not? Makes things a lot easier for us. Okay, so those villagers are going to become, they're just gonna vanish after a little while, so we won't worry too much about killing them. And we're gonna have to use our Holy Light because we need the nuke against Mal'Ganis, because he's a little bit stronger than Arthas. Not too bad, but a little bit stronger. As you can see in the upper right, Mal'Ganis' revival time is 3 minutes. So we're just going to prioritize making him as dead as possible.
Yes, me lord.
Right now, I think we need to build up a couple of farms because we don't have a whole lot of food. 23 isn't very much to work with.
Off I go then.
But we do have a lot of wood. So what we're going to do, I need to upgrade a lot to eventually get up to knights. Let's get some more footmen going, and let's upgrade to a keep so we're at the tier 2 buildings. These guys will wake up eventually. You can also, if I remember, you can attack them or something to wake them up, but we're not going to bother with that so much. Let's heal the knight, break open another building, and get to Persian. Also, I believe that the enemy can attack from the north, otherwise why would this tower be here? So, I'm going to have to prioritize also putting up some defensive structures up there. And for some reason we stopped attacking that guy in the middle of that. So what you need to do is you need to kill these villagers as soon as they appear, otherwise they turn into Zabobbies, and that's kind of annoying to deal with. So we will just make sure that they die as soon as we possibly can. Otherwise, there's not really a whole lot to this mission than those two things.
I'm here to help.
It does get fairly tough because you have to split your attention across so many little sub aspects to this mission. But you know what? We can probably deal with it. It's certainly a lot easier when you actually build up an army instead of doing what I did the first time and just assuming that you can get through this entire mission with just Arthas. So, we have 3 houses over here. Mal'Ganis is going to be dead for another another minute. Let us put this into devotion aura so we don't have to work very hard. And we are in a race to get to 100 deaths as quickly as possible. I think that another strategy I'm going to employ is I'm going to end up using 2 separate groups, so that we can cover the ground twice as fast and this mission goes by a lot quicker. For some reason we did not end up hot grouping the knight, or that footman. But that's not a problem, we'll just do it right now. Also, the screen conveniently shakes whenever you kill a... Come on. Every time they go to sleep, they change like a state in the game and then they become unattackable. I guess the real word would be invulnerable, but we're gonna go with unattackable instead. So to the lower left is where, through this gate over here is where the enemies spawn from. And just for funsies, I'm going to go ahead and try to attack their base. If I remember, they're invincible, but I don't have the right group selected. Okay, there we go. So Mal'Ganis is back up and alive. We will go ahead and kill this other building, and then we're going to swing down over here so that we can just kill him as soon as he decides to show his ugly demon super face. If you're wondering who Mal'Ganis is, he is a general, basically, in the demon army, basically. Well, he's not really a demon. He's like undead, but sometimes the undeads are demons, sometimes they're not. I don't know, it's Warcraft. And as you can probably gather, he's not a super nice dude, but now he's also bringing a lot of pretty tough forces with him. I don't think we'll be able to really directly confront this group. 2 abominations, 3 of them. Well, I have 2 knights. I think we'll be all right. Let us get some stuff up, and we will need to kill these Scrooges here. I know they're actually called Scourges, but I was just having a little bit of fun.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, and while we're at it, let's get an Arcane Sanctum. That's currently upgraded to the castle level. Let's pull down further, upgrade, or heal this footman, and get to killing Mal'Ganis, if at all possible. I think that he outnumbers us, but we also have our resurrection ability, and we have the mana to cast it. So even if he does prove to be a pretty tough fight, we should be able to do a pretty decent job of killing this guy. We'll pull away the footmen, or we'll pull away everybody, doesn't matter. Let's focus down the abominations here. And we'll just save a resurrection spell for when we need it, and we are definitely going to be needing it fairly soon. I think I'm going to go ahead and use more mana on Get Holy Light here. And Arthas has been put to sleep, but we will hopefully be able to resurrect fairly soon. And there we are, we have the resurrection going. We're gonna heal up our knight because the knights are pretty super important to keep alive right now. And run him out of the group, except he's definitely still within the group. And okay, the other knight is tanking pretty well. Alright, so we are in fact going to be able to kill Mal'Ganis here. Should not be too difficult, but we can also get some priests up and going so that we will not have to worry too much about relying just on Arthas for his healing abilities. And yep, we will be able to kill Mal'Ganis easily enough. Unfortunately, we lost a few footmen in the fight, but whatever. They knew what they were getting themselves into. And this will buy us some pretty good unfettered time to just whip around and kill a whole bunch of plagued villagers. But as you can see, when people fall asleep, they tend to stay asleep for a very, very long time. I don't know why that buff is, or that what's the opposite of a buff? I cannot remember. Anyway, I don't know why that status effect is so long, but I guess it's probably like level 3 or something like that. So it's pretty super powerful and pretty super annoying. And let us train up a group of knights. Get a worker on making a few farms. I hope that they do not attack from the north. I feel like they're going to do that, but I will just let my peasants go into their militia mode, and then I won't have to worry too hard about building up any serious amounts of defenses. If I wanted to, I could also build up some siege wagons, or siege engines. I combined the undead and the human siege units together to make siege wagons. At any rate, I could get some of the mortar teams, that's what they're called, and really take down these buildings quickly, because that's where the bottleneck of the time mostly appears to be, but alas, it's just not worth the trouble of getting them in the first place, because you have to build up a whole,
as you wish,
tree and buildings and stuff like that to get to that point. And then you also have to worry about keeping them alive and more micromanaging, and you know what, it's just a lot easier to go ahead and be a little bit lazy about this. I'm gonna grab a second priest, get a group of knights and priests going so that I can have a second group of super murder death assassins running at the same time, and we can really quickly just blaze through this mission and hopefully have him run back. Oh my god, that was bad luck. Okay, so here comes our first attack. I hope that they do not kill that priest
right away.
And I don't think I need to micromanage the attack group down there. Let's get the priest out of training going so I can just rely on the extra mana for the priests. And hopefully they will not kill that tower. I think I should get a worker over there to just heal it up. And that proved to not be too bad at all of an attack to deal with. In 10 seconds, Mal'Ganis will be back up, but he's not a big deal. Okay, we're going to also research animal war training, which has the effects of making our knights a lot more powerful. And they end up getting like a ridiculous amount of health, something like 1,200 health, which makes them basically on par with the abominations, which is really, really good. Those things are extremely tough, although I do think that a lot of the appeal of abominations is they just end up looking a lot tougher than they actually are. But then again, they're also pretty tough to begin with. Alright. I think we have enough to go ahead and get this mini-group going by now. One priest. We should probably get another priest researched, and we will get the master training. I do not have the money to get the master training. Oh well, I'll get that sooner or later. I wonder what ate up all my money so fast. It was probably just a combination of training a whole bunch of knights really quickly, and yeah, oh, I have 2 knights queued up in addition to the animal war training. But that's fine. This is Control Group 2 I have queued up. That's not good. No wonder Control Group 1 isn't doing anything. Here's Mal'Ganis' forces. They're really close to us, so let's swing north as soon as possible to keep him dead. It's not really necessary. I just kind of like doing it because I like sticking it to the CPU whenever I get the chance. Okay, here's my second group. My first group I actually just overwrote with Group 2, so we will just regather Group 1. And as you can see, Mal'Ganis' forces were much, much smaller and a lot easier to deal with this time. So this should be a much simpler fight. Let us focus down this abomination over here and heal up our knight. Our priest is currently getting whacked pretty hard, so we'll run him out. And we'll nuke the other abomination. Focus down Mal'Ganis, and it should be pretty simple now. Okay, we'll grab this other knight to control Group 2, get them attacking, get Control Group 1 to attack this one, heal our footmen, and as usual, balance a million things while we play this game. Priest Master training, we need more farms. We will... Yeah, I know, I'm probably very, very difficult to follow right now, but you know what? This is what happens when you attempt a solo Let's Play of a first-person shooter, a real-time strategy game. I should probably also be using my Dispel Magic to wake people up, so that's what I will do. And there it goes. Haha! Micromanaging strategies. All sorts of good high-level play of using more than one ability at a time. Upgrades. Let's get our improved lumber harvesting. There's not really a whole lot of base building or anything like that to this one, but why not? Let's see. Yeah, all we have to do is kill 100 zombies and prevent Mal'Ganis from killing 100 zombies. I know it's a fairly roundabout plan that they are killing people to make them part of the undead or something to that effect. But I suppose it makes sense to Mal'Ganis, and who am I to question a guy who's a general? I assume that he probably worked very hard to get to that sort of station in life. They'll just make anybody a general. Here comes another attack force. Let's swoop down, head them off at the pass so that our base defenses don't have to worry about it too much. We'll go ahead and nuke. Oh, crap. I forgot about that. Well, hopefully that just won't be a problem. Luckily, it's proven to actually not be too big of a deal. Our riflemen are taking the brunt of the attack, but they are handling it pretty well. Let's move our footmen. That didn't work as well as I had hoped. Let us heal the riflemen. And I have my priests are now getting badly hurt. Yikes. This is proving to be a bit of a control nightmare for me. Let's pull this priest back. Okay, I really shouldn't have lost that priest, but oh well, I did. So I guess the Warcraft 3 police are going to have to come at me now. But this is why I have a second control group, because that one is able to just kind of do exactly what I tell it to do, because I don't really tell it to do much of anything.
Of course.
So I said I was going to swing by Mal'Ganis' base just to see what it was like, and I will definitely do that. I have basically won this mission because I only need to kill 8 more. And I can just use my second control group to take care of that. Hopefully they won't win it. No, they're not gonna beat the mission. So we're gonna pull into Mal'Ganis' base over here. As you can see, it is pretty ridiculously beefed up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spirit towers. I'm sure that if I wanted to, I could go ahead and really work hard at performing some sort of siege on there, but I bet you anything that some of these buildings are invincible, and it's, you know, you can't really do much about that, can you? Alright, so that about covers this mission. Guess we can always dance Arthas around for a little bit, as the second control group apparently does nothing.
Of course.
Let's instead attack this group, and we'll send the knights up home.
As you wish.
What other... Yeah, I guess there's not really a whole lot going on in this map. I don't think there are any real secrets or anything like that to be seen. I do wonder why this whole section of the map is basically completely barren.
Our forces are under attack.
Maybe there is something over here. You know, I don't actually know. Screw it. Why not check things out while I'm here? I have never actually explored this map in much detail, but he just teleported. There is no way anybody could just go from here to here unless they were doing some serious assetry and/or shenanigans.
Of course.
How do you even get up into this area?
I am your servant.
Our forces are
I
under
guess
attack.
you don't. Huh. It looked like that area was completely passable, but I guess it isn't.
Is there danger?
That is the last one. I can't kill him.
Certainly.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to lure him into the base, though. So let me just move.
Our
Is
forces
someone
are under
injured?
attack.
Yeah, okay, I guess there's really
course.
nothing going on in this whole area.
Right away.
I wonder why they put
I
it
am
in.
your
I
servant.
guess just to make the map look pretty and round out the corners a little
As
bit,
you
because there aren't any houses here.
Of course.
There aren't any items
wish.
either.
I
Alright,
stand
enough of
for
this.
the light.
Die, zombie. No one needs your plaguey scum around here. And that was the Culling! Time for a cutscene.
We're going to finish this right now, Mal'Ganis. Just you and me.
Brave words. Unfortunately for you, it won't end here. Your journey has just begun, young prince. Gather your forces and meet me in the Arctic land of Northrend. It is there that we shall settle the score between us. It is there that your true destiny will unfold.
I'll hunt you to the ends of the earth if I have to. Do you hear me? To the ends of the earth!
Alright, that was the Culling. Thank you all for watching.